Hello and welcome back to my channel, Enchanted Divination. My name is Autumn and I'm so glad to have you here with me today. If you are new and or returning, hello and welcome back. I'm so glad to have you. Today we're going to be focusing on another timeless reading. Pretty much I'm always going to focus on timeless readings, but I always just like to preface that in the beginning. A timeless reading means that whenever this video comes across you and your path, at any given time, whether this video has been posted days, weeks, months, or a year plus after its upload date, if there are any messages that resonate with you, those are messages that are meant to reach you at this time. So that's what it means to have a timeless reading. So there's no specific dates, times. My readings are also not gender specific. So if I ever say like feminine or masculine role, you can always flip it. Or if you are non-gender conforming, then you can always just take the energies and the messages as they resonate, or change roles, whatever the case may be. Today we're going to be doing what next big surprise life has for you. So let's unveil what big surprise is right around the corner for you. So are you ready? I'm ready. So let's jump right into it. I like to start off my readings with some sound healing. So I'm just going to use the bowl for about like 30 minutes, even though that would be nice. I need a good like sound healing session. So I'll just use the sound bowl for about like 30 seconds to a minute. And that's just going to like clear the energy for the reading, clear the space so we can have a clear channel so it can just come through with ease, okay? So let's get into it. If you're using like headphones or anything, just turn it down just in case it is a little bit loud to begin. So you can sit in quiet and just close your eyes and just let the energy cleanse you as well. Nice. All right, let's get right into it. I'm like, lately I've been starting off with the numerology deck, which I love. I've been loving that lately. So I'm gonna just stick to what I feel as well. And let's get started, shall we? Hope you all been well. It's December, which is crazy because time, I feel, is just flying. I just can't believe we're about to be done with yet another year. So hope you all been doing all right. Move the mic a little bit. There we go. So I hope you all been doing okay, all right, hanging in there, keeping your spirits and energy high. Because despite all the noise and movement, you got to make sure to check in with yourself, most importantly, because it's so easy to get wrapped up and consumed with, work, life, children, loved ones, whether that's like family, relationship, friends. Okay, I'm going to give it one more shuffle. Okay, no, two. One more. Okay. Okay. We are going to see what life is about to unveil for you soon. What is this next big surprise coming your way? Nice. So firstly, we have, yes, I love it, number 88, abundance. And 8 is the number of abundance, fulfillment, happiness, joy. Love that to start. Next we have nature. Interesting. 74, which I don't know. The number 74, 47. I also see like 147, 174. Any of those three numbers in any particular order, yeah, those numbers are like speaking to me all the time. And I feel like it didn't really until I kind of accepted it and acknowledged it. So I'm getting like heart energy and crown. For some, maybe you are exploring your nature of self. That can be like through your spirituality. Maybe you're doing like some inner child healing, or just like any healing in general. Any type of healing of the heart. Maybe you want to get outside more. Maybe right now is not the time because, you know, we're in the colder months here in the northern hemisphere, depending on where you may be. So maybe you are planning to get outside more, just really changing your environment, tapping more into nature, your nature. That's kind of what I'm getting so far from that, but we're going to always go in and clarify and see what further messages come from each card. Ew, nice. And that's what I was just talking about, was synchronicity. And I see you tapping more into your spirituality again, really listening, following your intuition, following the signs when they come up. And synchronicities don't always have to be numbers. I personally am a numbers person, so I just enjoy working with numbers. For some people, maybe that synchronicity for them may come up in an action, may come up in words, something they hear. And I think that you becoming more in tune and involved with nature, or your own nature, is most likely opening you up to notice those signs more, you being able to trust and follow those signs when they do come up. So yes, lots of purple crown energy, and we have these pinks, which I actually have to look up myself. I know, you know, I mostly just follow the chakra colors, but I'm sure like all colors, just like crystals, words, you know, they all have different energies and frequencies to them. So that's something I should look up myself when I have the chance. So right now we have number 88, 74, and 87. In case you want to keep up with the numbers, or maybe some of those numbers have been significant to you. Let's jump right in. Yeah. I was going to pick up the regular tarot, but I probably will end up picking it up though. Very interesting start to this. I love it. Let's go in and further clarify, because I don't know what's going on. What's life about to unveil for you? Looks like we got some abundance. We're a little bit more tuned and tapped in. So definitely a good start. And the New Year's right around the corner. So if you're seeing this video you know, kind of sooner before the new year starts. Maybe you're kind of getting into gear, ready to change your habits, implement more things into your routine that are healthy for you. Whether that's for your physical health, finances, your mental health. Let's see. I'm getting good, calm vibes from this so far. Just very, it's going to feel very like direct to the point. So we're gonna say, usually the readings do me, but I don't know. I feel like something's just like very to a point and direct. I'm gonna shuffle one more time. Alright, let's start clarifying that abundance card. Number 88. Why is abundance here for what life is unveiling for you next? Interesting. We have suffering in silence, spiritual strength. 2 9s. Yeah, something is definitely exiting. There's something you're leaving behind. I could even like finish the cards, like laying them out, because the message is just already coming through. Because you have that 8, 9, another 8, and that abundance 8 frequency is there, and 9 is something about to end, like a chapter beginning soon, or finishing out a last chapter before you begin another. But we have here suffering in silence with spiritual strength. Number 6, harmony, which is the Lover's card. I'm just gonna cover it. Harmony, emotional withdrawal, and we have spiritual union. Very interesting. As I feel for some, there is something or someone that you're having to leave behind, or you're finally being able to depart from a certain energy, because maybe you're no longer with this person or attached like physically with someone or something. This doesn't always have to be like a person, but since I have harmony and spiritual union, I'm definitely getting like some kind of relationship. Spiritual union is the 2 of Cups, so this can also be a contract, like a job. So I'm gonna like kind of touch on both. So just apply it where it resonates for you. But again, I feel like there's a lot of green here. And I remember when I was shuffling here, I did see the heart chakra card. So I wouldn't be surprised if it comes out later. But I'm getting a lot of green energy again. So green is the matters of the heart. So love, self-love, relationships as well, inner child. And as I mentioned earlier, there's something here that you just had to withdraw from. Because we have suffering in silence and emotional withdrawal. Yeah, emotional withdrawal. And I think that's you finally letting something go because you felt like it was hindering your abundance. It was hindering you as a person. And maybe it was challenging leaving that person because, when you're with somebody, you're emotionally attached to them, physically attached to them sometimes. Maybe bonded to them by having children. And I think this is something you kind of had to take a step back and really analyze and see, like, I feel like I'm experiencing some kind of block, or I feel like I'm doing everything by myself, or maybe even in the relationship you felt like you were alone. And you know, maybe in your relationship you were, but on a spiritual level, because you have spiritual strength here, and I see that as you taking your spirituality, taking matters into your own hands. I also see that too as a guide, lifting you up, guiding you, showing you the way, maybe as you were unsure or just having some of those like rocky moments and points, and maybe you just needed that emotional and mental clarity. Maybe you took the time to go to the beach. I also noticed too here that the hue on him back here is blue, which I got the vibe of like sadness, and I also got the vibe of truth and honesty, because blue resonates with the throat chakra. So I think that's also you taking the time and really feeling what you feel, sitting in meditation, taking a step back, letting stillness give you the answers, because most of the time you know what you want to do, you know the answers that you need, or the clarity, the direction. Most of the times the answers are within you, but don't be afraid to call upon guides if you feel the need, or if you pray to God, whatever method, whoever that you connect to. Never be afraid to connect and ask for help, because your guides are like waiting on standby. They're like on call. They are constantly with you. So don't be afraid to ask for help, even when you feel like you may not have help. I just saw 1714 on my time on the camera. So again, that 7-4 is coming up. I'm just going to keep following the synchronicities. Okay, I'm just going to name it out when I see it. So for me, I feel like that tells me I'm on the right track, and you know, that message for you is on the right track as well. I'm going to go in and clarify a little bit more, because it's almost like as you exit and depart one, something better arrives. Yeah. This is the World card in the tarot deck. And I feel this definitely speaks on the universe, your guides, spirit, some higher power, you know, continuing to watch you. Maybe your guide is a woman. Again, like I mentioned earlier, it doesn't have to be gender specific. Or maybe they just have a lot of feminine energy as well. But this is like your guides, again, coming up just saying like, we're here. Call upon me. You know, we want to make your world even more abundant. We want you to be happy. We want you to be fulfilled. So call upon us, please. We are here. And also see that as you working with the universe, working with that energy too. I'm gonna get one more, because this is definitely something that's meant to like cycle out. The world is like you're about to enter an era of like abundance. When I think of the World card, it's like harmony, abundance, love, self-love, nature, just all those good gushy like parts of like life, and the kind of the energies in the tarot deck, because this is, I believe, the last card. So it's like all that enveloped in one, and it takes you to the next level. It takes you to a new part of life, because it's almost like in the original, I wish I can like find it quickly, but if some of you are familiar already with like the photos on the card, it's almost as if she's about to go through this archway, and it's almost like she's about to enter a whole new world, a whole new life. And I also see that as you just being connected, entering and tapping into the spiritual as well. Of course, I can't find it. I know I passed it somewhere. Tapping into a new life, tapping into the spiritual. Oh, there she is. I see that as like leaving one, I don't know. That's how I see it. It's almost like behind her is the past, and she's entering like this world of like union, harmony, spirituality. I have to look up again what these are in her hands. But yes, there's just all this union. Everything has come together. I love that. I had to find that card so you can kind of see what I mean, maybe in case you were not familiar with the photo on the card. It's definitely giving, again, like leaving one energy into another, or leaving one world and going into another. Eee, I love it. I think I'm gonna get one more, actually. I was supposed to shuffle it for some reason. I'm just going to do it because I caught myself and I'm just like, why? But I'm not going to question it. Sometimes you just don't question. Some things, yes, question. But when it comes to like following into your intuition, don't question. Just follow it. Ooh, we got disruption. It's just the Tower card. Yeah, something's breaking down. I think you're ready to unlock this new part of yourself, your life. You just want, I think I was kind of saying that in the beginning, like you're just ready for this change to come. You're ready to break the chains, so all this abundance can come through for you. Because I feel that for some, you're really just taking accountability for yourself, your life, your happiness. And, you know, you've gone through the emotional parts, maybe of your relationship, maybe just life in general, but you're ready to just like break free of that. That's coming down. And that's what the Tower is saying. That's coming down. And in order to break through, to have this breakthrough, sometimes you got to break down. Your foundation is solid. With the Tower, I think sometimes people are afraid of the Tower because it means like upheaval. The Tower is like the people are jumping out of the Tower, the lightning bolt. But sometimes like you have to break things down in order to build anew. And I think that's going to help the abundance to come through much more stronger, much easier for you, because you have that harmony. Oh yeah, the harmony card is here. You have that harmony, because I was bringing up harmony with the universe card. So it's like there's this sense of harmony, interconnectedness with self, with nature, and it just creates a more abundant life for you. Let's hop into the next section, which is nature. And I'm really curious to see what's going to come out here. Of course, a nature looking card. Another 9 as well. We have fulfillment of wishes. This is like one of my favorite cards in this deck, because I don't know if this is equivalent to the 9 of Cups. I believe so, if I'm not mistaken. And just like, I mean, the image just says it for itself. It's giving more green energy again. So matters of the heart, it's giving another 9. So I kind of already touched on that, so I don't want to continue repeating myself. But if I need to, I will. Because I need these messages to come through for you. Okay? They gonna come through. But I mean, the card just says it itself. Look at all the water. You're on this leaf. you're like elevated, you have this treasure, you're smelling the flowers. I think that's you just enjoying the gifts of life. You're smelling flowers. You can not feel like you're just rushing through life and not being able to enjoy the fruits of life as well. Life is giving you so many gifts, and they want you to be able to enjoy those gifts as well. So again, there's just this level of abundance here. The treasure chest, this deep, deep flow of water, and you're just over here smelling your flowers. Let's go a little further on this one. Yeah, there's a huge matters of the heart in this reading, because we have emotional loss as well. So there's definitely something here. Maybe you've just been feeling like you've been having a challenging time the past few, maybe like weeks, months, or, you know, I'm not going to put any time on it, but maybe you just feel like you've been experiencing turmoil, matters of the heart that's just like maybe like a little achy, a little, I keep want to say spacious, but like maybe there's just like space because you feel like you're unfulfilled in the matters of the heart or in matters of a relationship. Maybe you've just been single for a while and you're kind of just like waiting for that person to come in for you for some. And maybe that's because in the past you've been hurt, so you've kind of been more guarded. You've been a little bit overly independent. But that's definitely changing, because you have spiritual union and harmony, and then lots of matters of the heart, suffering in silence, emotional withdrawal, emotional loss. So there's something here that kind of maybe took you out of your heart energy, and you're definitely getting back into your heart energy and your heart-centered self. I mean, he's literally like has his hand over his heart. So heart energy, heart chakra is here. So if you're unfamiliar with like your chakras and like frequencies, when it comes to like color, numbers, definitely look it up. Look up like Reiki, or maybe just like heart chakra, and just read up a little bit more on it. Maybe you find like some new useful information to you. Okay, we're gonna go in and clarify a bit more. This is really interesting. Let's see if it comes out. Yeah, it did. Ooh, nice. So we have another 8. Positive movement forward. That says positive movement forward. And we also have new beginnings that came out along with that. And I love that combo because it's just telling me you're, again, like you're moving on. You're exiting and entering a new sense of self, matters of the heart, new ways of life, opportunities of love. And I love that the positive movement, I can't say that for some reason, positive movement forward. I mean, it's another 8, so that tells me, okay, right on time, that's on par. And like I was saying earlier, you're just really taking matters into your own hands. You know, maybe if you feel like you've been single for a while, you're not going to focus on dating's trash and I have no hope. You know, you're kind of just going to start focusing on yourself more, changing your perspective, getting out of that lack mentality or the mentality of, you know, I'm not enough, or I am unfulfilled. Because for some, maybe, you know, you don't want to focus on a relationship. Maybe you kind of just want to focus on yourself. And that's amazing. I would just note, if you are overly independent and you feel like you don't need help from others, or you don't need anybody else, I personally feel like I kind of sometimes have that mentality myself. And you know, I kind of had my own breakthrough in my mind. I'm like, you know, you don't have to have that kind of mentality. Like, not everybody in the world is gonna like let you down. Like, I have amazing family, I have amazing friends that I can call upon. I have amazing guides and spiritual connection that, you know, I can always call upon too. And I wish and hope you can say the same in at least some kind of regard too. But maybe if you feel like you just have yourself, that's okay too. But try to remember too, like, there's still good people out here in the world, just like how you are a good person. You know, if you are here, there's somebody else out there. It doesn't have to be, you know, a relationship, you know, a significant other, but just people in general. Like, there's still people like you out there. So don't feel like all hope is lost. Like, there's no way. Like, yes, there is a way. But it's just a matter of not blocking that energy, because it definitely could already, like, you being aligned with it. But sometimes it's about changing just even like the smallest things. You're on your perspective, the way you move in life, you know, you just apply it where it needs. But I'm getting more of like a mind, mental, like heart, because maybe you just feel like you've just been like blocked in your heart, or you kind of block people away from like getting to know you more, opening up, being vulnerable. And I think you're like, you know what, it's not really doing, like, yes, it's helpful in some ways, but I think it can bring in even more abundant things for you. You get what I mean? I hope so. I'm going to go in and clarify a little bit more, but I feel like these two cards is just kind of reiterating what I have been saying. Like, you're just leaving. I mean, there's a door behind her. Leaving something and entering a new. It's kind of repeating and clarifying the same message that's coming through. And once you have that new beginning, that shift of leaving something behind and moving forward, it's like the abundance comes in. I mean, it literally says positive movement forward. So having that new beginning is literally like you changing, you shifting. You saw the way that flipped out? It was hilarious. Oh my god. I'm tripped out. Oh my gosh. We have number 7 and 4, which is 74, nature. And we have crown chakra with discontentment and boredom. This is so cool. I love this so much. Because it's okay. Thank you. I always have to say thank you. Like, when the messages are just so clear and to the point like that, I always have to say thank you to spirit, thank you to the energy, because it's just really letting me know, and you, that this is exactly where we need to be with these messages. And it's like I have so much to say at once and it's not coming out. So I'm trying to like take a step back, you know, not get too excited, because I'm excited now. Because crown chakra is out here. That's exactly what I was saying. I've been getting crown chakra energy. you tapping more into your nature part, that natural nature part of self. Maybe that's through your spirituality. I think for a lot of you, it's through like decluttering your mind, becoming more still, connecting more with yourself, because maybe you feel like you have been disconnected, and maybe parts of your life kind of been disconnecting you, kind of dampening your connection to spirit, dampening your connection to your spiritual self. I love that. I think I'm gonna just leave it right there, because that just came out perfectly. That 7 and 4 was just a clarification for, you know, all of everything that's been said so far. So I don't really have a ton to say right there. I'm just astonished and just so grateful. I am so grateful that, you know, these messages are coming through with ease, and I really hope you're able to take any messages that may resonate with you, because it's been very, very fun reading this and having these messages come through the way they have been. So there's definitely something here that had you, or maybe you're still in that kind of state of being like a little disconnected from self. But that, I mean, that's what life is unveiling for you, that sense of disconnectedness, of being alone, of being emotionally withdrawn, you know, just having a bit of a more challenging time when it comes to the heart, maybe to the mind. I'm definitely getting like heart chakra and up. So like your heart, your throat, your third eye, and your crown. But definitely more so like very heavy crown and heart. And I think, I mean, again, you're wanting to just shift the way you feel. You don't want to be in that lack. I just saw 13-3-33. So 333 may be significant for you. But yeah, you're just ready to shift your mind. I think universe is probably nudging you as well. So I feel like you've been seeing the signs as well. And you're just like, you know what? Like, I'm going to follow these signs. I'm going to follow what I feel. And that's challenging sometimes to begin. So you have the ability, you just got to believe in yourself. And I know you do. But implementing those changes at first can be a little slow, but they will come. They will do what they need, and it will cycle. I don't want to sound like I said cycle. It will cycle things, energies, people out that need to be released. And I mean, the abundance that's about to come through. I mean, positive movement forward, fulfillment of wishes. So it's there. But I think a chapter, something has to close out. 1444. I mean, 444 might be significant for you. All right. We're going to go on and clarify synchronicity. Oh, I said 1444 because I seen that on my camera. So I just so happened to look over. It was 1333. And then I so happened to look over again. It was 1444. So just got to name it out when I see it, because maybe those numbers are significant to you. Those synchronicities may be significant for you. All right, let's clarify this last section, shall we? Memories of love. Oh my goodness, yeah. This is a very like heartfelt reading here. There is something definitely in the matters of the heart. I'm gonna move these over a little bit so we can see. Let me just show you what the cards look like too, a little bit closer. So we have memories of love. Yeah, there's something that you've been holding on to as far as the heart, and it's time to let it go. I think you're kind of reminiscing to And we have number 3, partnerships and alliances. And we had number 4, firm foundation. And that's interesting because I think that when you have those thoughts of like memories, looking back, for some, I feel that you are still holding on to that energy in a regards to like, that was just terrible. I just thought of the meme, I'm never financially going to recover from this. And maybe you did like really invest in somebody, and you know, that just kind of puts you in a hole or something in that nature. Or you're just like thinking about the good times and what it could have been. But I think you're ready to move forward. And I'm going to go back to that thought. What I wanted to say too, before I forget again, was that I feel that when you kind of think about this person, I just saw 1741 again. I seen it again. That when you're thinking of this person, I feel like something comes up to where maybe you see a number, like just how I did. I saw 1714 again. So it's like maybe you're seeing a specific number when you think about something, or that person, or something of the past, or you're just kind of flipping through like, you know, your memories and thinking about certain instances. I think certain synchronicities might come up for you. Certain feelings, of course, certain feelings may come up for you as well. But this definitely has to do with something, because this is like, isn't this like the 6 of Cups? Yeah, I believe this is like the equivalent of the 6 of Cups. So again, it's kind of just telling me you're revisiting the past. Maybe you're just very interconnected with this person, like you were just with them for so long, or maybe y'all were like high school sweethearts, or maybe y'all just grown up together and you finally got together later in life, and maybe it just wasn't what you expected. So there's a lot of different factors here. So again, just take it where it resonates, but those are just some things that kind of come to mind for you. But I feel like this was somebody that you're very, very connected to, and your experiences with that person has just created a very firm foundation for you. Like, even though there are obstacles, ups and downs that you had to experience, ultimately it's for you to learn this higher lesson, and it's more beneficial to you spiritually as well, to where, like, you know, moving forward, that you may not run into those issues again because you're aware now. You've had that experience. And I think sometimes too, when you kind of look back and you have those feelings of like I can't believe I've gone through that, or I can't believe that person was like that, or I should have done this sooner or said that. It's all for you to learn ultimately. So there's no sense of like beating yourself up and feeling like, oh man, like, and for some people it may not even be like, you know, beating yourself up. It could be just like you miss that for some. But you know, ultimately there's something there that was not fulfilling for you, or maybe not healthy, or it was just time for you to move on. And on all regards, that can be challenging, especially when you go back and look and think. But ultimately, as I was saying earlier, it's for the betterment for you. Because now moving forward, it's like you're gonna know the signs. And I think that's what synchronicity is also there too for. You're gonna see the signs. I saw it. It was solar plexus, another 3. Interesting. Solar came out because I was saying heart chakra and up, and I was thinking like, oh my gosh. I'm silly because I realized I was saying heart chakra and up, and I was touching my solar and going up. So there's something here that your solar plexus is like your action chakra. That's what I always refer it to as. That's like your energy generator. Solar plexus, think of it as the sun. So I think of my solar plexus as the sun. That's like your energy generator, whether that's, you know, you in regards to work, work with self. I just saw 2202, so 222 for some of you. It also tells me I'm right on point. So there's something here that, again, action is being taken place. I'm gonna go in and clarify. Oh, I'm finally getting a, oh no, we had Gemini over there. I feel like not a lot of the major arcanas that are associated with signs came out, but we have Gemini and now Leo, and we have another 8. Power. I see that as you like transforming yourself. You just tapping into your, I see that as, I keep wanting to say animalistic, but it's not really like animalistic, but like your true nature of self. Because, you know, we are all part of nature, and I feel like animals are like one of the closest things, at least like, you know, in our physical world. I could be wrong, but that's just like my perspective. But like, I feel like animals are very connected to the spirit world as well. And I kind of see that too now. Like, I've always noticed that, but now that I'm saying that message and really looking at the card, I think that like that so-called like animalistic part of self that I keep wanting to say is you just more connected to the spirit, your spiritual side, which maybe some people is like, well, at least for me, like I see that more so as like, for me, I more so see that as like you connecting to like your spiritual self. And we have heartache and loss, another 3, and it's funny that it was here 333. I had it sitting right there, and it kind of just like lined up perfect. And again, it's like you are shifting out of that. I'm telling you, there's such a huge vibe of like the heart emotions, heavy emotions, and really changing your perspective, transforming your perspective on love, self-love, love for others. And it's very transformative for you, not just in regards to like your heart, but the way it's going to transform your life. And for me personally, like, you know, all your chakras are important, but your heart, that's one thing you should always, I'm not saying you should, but that's one thing I try to always have in line, cleaned up. Like your heart, I don't want to say like dictates everything else, but like when you operate in a space of love, like everything around you shifts. Like love is like the highest frequency, and that doesn't have to be a relationship, but I don't know if it's true, but from what I've learned and from my experiences, I feel that when you have your heart chakra, you're more in line with your heart. You're operating from the heart center. I also just saw 147. When you are operating out of the heart center, it just gives everything else an opportunity to begin operating and working in that same manner. Even if you know, your chakras may have different frequencies than your heart, but I don't know. There's something about the heart center when you're just operating out of love, genuine, you know, love for others. You're just working through that space of being genuine out of love. Then everything else will shift around you. Your chakras will begin to align to, you know, their frequencies. You know, even though your heart is at a different frequency, it really just helps everything else just begin to balance and align. So the heart is super, super important. It's not the most important, but to me, because I mean, they all have their own importance, but love, heart energy is like number one for me personally. And operating out of love in any regard is always going to be the best result you can do. Like guaranteed, hands down. And there is just this huge energy of like you transforming and leaving a certain space in your heart, and now like using the energy for the betterment for yourself, using the energy to just change your perspective, your life, your connections with others, your connection with spirit. There's just like a huge heart opening here. That message had to come through and come out. Like I really had to focus on that message right now, because I think that was just so important to mention. I just had to tell you that, because I mean, there's a lot of heart energy here in this reading, and maybe you've just been feeling like down and out, experiencing like, and for some it's like you feel like maybe you've been doing okay too, but there's something here that the heart energy wants to continue to remind you and maybe even teach you something new. I'm just gonna get one more to clear this out. Actually, one more because I'm greedy. But we have patience and planning. Oh, I cannot. I cannot. How do we have patience and planning and patience? If something told me just pull one more. I was just gonna pull the one, but something told me pull one more. I cannot. And it's a 7 and a 14, so another multiple of 7. So maybe 777 for some. I mean, I'm just shaking my head over here because what an amazing way to like close out this reading. Literally, the universe is asking you to just be patient. And I know that is so irk to hear sometimes. Be patient, it's coming. But it literally is. Please be patient with yourself. Be patient with your heart, and wherever you may be in your journey, as far as like love, self-love, in your journey in the matters of the heart, opening up more. But I mean, it came out twice. So just really tap in, really listen to yourself, and just watch how everything else will begin to unfold and unveil. It's coming. These changes are near. And I mean, the universe is asking you to just be a little patient. I love that. That is really, 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 thank you. You know me, I gotta say my thank yous when these types of things come up like that. When there's no going around the message, I just gotta say thank you. When it's just the universe just tapping in, coming in, and it was like, here. Yeah, that message, oh my goodness. that message came through so strong for you. I'm just gonna pull an animal totem to end this reading. I'm like blown away. I can't even say much. I mean, I feel like it kind of says it on its own, but I'm just blown away. Oh, we have two. Oh, we have dog. I never get the dog card. We have Hawk Messenger. Spirit is sending you messages. Open your greater vision to see the signs. You heard that. You heard it. You see it. And you know it. Open your greater vision to see the signs. No words. Focus on priorities and eliminate distractions. You have a bright future. Let yourself ascend to new heights. I'm clapping. I'm just excited. And I love hawks. I've been seeing them again lately. Whenever like I'm out driving. Mostly when I'm driving to work specifically. I usually see hawks when I'm driving to work. And I love hawks. I love like air type animals. I'm realizing I'm an air sign. I'm a Libra. What's your sign? I'm curious. And we also have dog. Look at the little babies. It says, today I will love without condition. My energy and enthusiasm are an inspiration. I choose to be happy. I am a protector and friend. Oh, I love that. It's such a beautiful reading. I'm actually going to read the dog card. I know I've read Hawk before. I don't know. I wasn't going to read any, but I just feel very, very called to read at least the dog card from the booklet from this deck. And the characteristics of dog energy: friendship, protection, discerning, playful, loyal, reliable, obedient, vocal, brave, constant, and love. When we think of the word dog, it is often followed by the term best friend. Dog people are some of the best companions any of us can have. Those with dog as totem have a tremendous capacity to love. Dog people are often found helping others and serving humanity. They have an uncanny ability to know the character of others, sniff out problems, and sense the truth. Dogs have acute hearing. This gift helps alert others to impending danger. If dog is your totem, you are a protector, a friend, a playmate. When you don't like someone, you are very vocal about it. You easily forgive the shortcomings of the human family. You are brave in the face of danger. Dog people have a very kind and loyal nature that can be taken advantage of. Watch out for this and remember to love and protect yourself as well. With dog as totem, you may be drawn to a life of service and will be devoted to your friends and your worthy mission. And dog energy asks, have you forgotten to be your own best friend and take care of yourself? Are others taking advantage of your generous nature? You can say no. Have you been barking too much? You can play more. Don't let others abuse your loyalty. I am so glad I read that, because I think that hit the nail on the head in regards to what I was saying, that there is a huge energy of love here, of the heart. And I think that put it right into perspective that maybe your heart's been too open and you were maybe too giving to others, And that could be why you felt like you had no one in the end, or you felt alone. And don't be afraid to open yourself back up again. And maybe that's why you've become a little bit more blocked in regards to like, okay, I'm not going to give it out as much anymore. Still be in that heart center as much as you want and give it out to whoever and how much you desire. I think dog energy, like it said, wants you to just be discerning of who is taking advantage of that energy and not paying you respect or giving you that same love, heart energy back in return, and kind of just taking and not, the relationship or the energy is not being reciprocal. I'm so glad I read that, because it just really shows you have a huge heart. You have so much love to give, and people love you as well. I love this reading. Just remember to protect yourself too. And I think that's where synchronicity comes into, that you kind of see, you sense when maybe that person, or it doesn't have to be a person, maybe it can be like a job, they're not giving you that appreciation and giving you that love back. So the universe just wants you to just be discerning of that, and to remind you, you have a huge, beautiful heart that you should be able to share with others and not be afraid if you're going to be taken advantage of. So just remember to stay in tune with self, check in with yourself, check in with your guides, and you'll have all the answers that you need. I hope you enjoyed this reading. This was an amazing reading. I always have so much fun reading them. So thank you so much for being here with me today. I just saw 1417. Ayy. So if you did enjoy this reading, let me know what part resonated with you. And if you did enjoy it, I would really appreciate it if you were to like the video. And if you want to catch my next upload, you can always subscribe and then hit the notification bell, and it'll let you know when I do upload, okay? I hope you enjoyed. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, evening, whenever you come across this video, regardless of the time. Bye. Take care.